Carmelo Anthony had this to say.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome to Sitting Down with Big Smoke, episode 2 of the podcast, man. Today, I wanted to talk my New York Knicks, okay? So I was searching YouTube and I found a channel called 7 p.m. Brooklyn. Y'all guys go check those guys out, man. Those guys are doing a phenomenal job. Shout out to Knicks Nation. Shout out to CP, the franchise, keeping my Knicks alive during the offseason. But check this out, guys. My man Melo. And I'm not going to take anything away from Carmelo Anthony. We know he's a prolific scorer. We know you can score the ball. But Melo had a few things to say about this current Knicks team and what he would do on this current Knicks team. So I want y'all guys to watch this clip, and then I want y'all to give me some feedback in the comments, and I'm going to give y'all guys my opinion. Check this out.
Today, for your game when you played, I want to ask if Knicks Melo's playing today, how much you averaging per game? You know what I'm saying? And how you getting it? In today's game, because you know what you can do. We know what the bag is deep.
Yeah.
But what do you? How you approaching it? What are you averaging, and how you getting to that?
So Knicks Melo, we talking about.
Yeah. Headband. I'm wearing a headband so y'all can see how many times I get
leading
fouled.
scorer,
12, 13,
All NBA,
12, 13 season.
Yeah.
13, like that.
Knicks
12,
tape era.
13, 14 era.
Yeah.
Step right into the 3 splash. Hold that Bulls Easter Sunday.
Yeah, I think I'll be very similar to where I was at that point in time because of the makeup of the team. Right? And now I can just, I'm just going to go score, but I can just now like be very effective and master shit that I need to do in this offense.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like that team, the Knicks tape team that we referring to, like we had a culture. We had, we had swag. Like we was coming down pulling from, from the hash mark. Like we was playing the right way. Like that was one of the times in New York, we're like, okay, this is the way, this is how New York basketball should be.
Right.
Like you going in after a game, even after a loss, like you're like, oh, I feel good about this. Right? So if I'm taking that player and implementing that into today's game, it'll be very efficient. It'll be very effective. Like for what I know now and having that and being able to implement that in today, my movements will be a lot different. The way I get the ball will be a lot different. But with that being said, to be able to play in this type of system today, where it's like 4 out, 1 in, pass and move, I can call up anybody on the court that I want in this pick and roll. Like I can dictate that. Like for me personally, and guys who was of my caliber as far as thought the game that way, we would thrive in moments like that. There's no double teams today. There's no help. Could you imagine me on, like, I don't want to say can you imagine, but just like me personally on the block today at my position when nobody else goes down there.
Yeah.
Like, so for me to take advantage of that, where it's like I know there's no double team coming down there. Like you at your mercy down at this point in time. I don't have a double team.
You have a double team. You got the 20
I don't have a double team. Like
I have a movement.
I don't have
every player interview, every podcast, when they talk about the toughest, the knuckleheads do it when they're like hardest person to guard. When they say you, it's like, yo,
bro, I need
an ice bath after guarding this.
But also like with my build, right?
Yeah.
And the physicality that I brought to the game. And down there though, like and in the block and in the paint, like if I'm able to, and I'm like at that point we talk about MVP Melo in a sense, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to my man in Boston who gave me the vote. Like, you know what I'm saying? But we talk about like that was the level of play that I was dealing. Like
what's the stat line number? What's the number looking like?
You know what I'm saying?
Give us a number.
A number. You know what I'm saying? And
with this team, like today
with
on the
this team, and let me get into math. All right, you got 8 free throw attempts and 3
I think the way that I play, I would definitely get to the line more.
Way more, yeah.
Right? Like even early in my career, like I was getting to the line 10, 11, 12, 13 times. Like,
and that was low.
People forget about, you know what I mean? People forget about that. Like I got to the line. I knew how to draw fouls. I was physical until they started changing the rules a little bit.
Yeah.
So if I'm able to still bring that to today's game where I can go get fouled, I can post, there's no double teams, just me and you on the island. And I can play in pick and rolls, and I got other guys. Like honestly, with this team, I would say I'm averaging 28.
That's what I was leaning. I was like 27, 28.
27,
I'm
28.
averaging 28, and that it's only it's also because throughout my career, that's where I've been at, right? 26 to 28, like, and on this team, and it's a winning team, and I can just go be that efficient scorer, effective scorer for the type of team that we have built here.
All right, so y'all guys heard what my guy Melo had to say, right? So basically, we know Melo's a scorer. Carmelo Anthony actually averaged more than the 28 that he said he'd average. He actually was a 31, 30 type player, right? Now, all NBA, we already know that Melo, one of the best scorers of all time. But I have to disagree with you, Carmelo Anthony. I have to disagree with you. Don't get mad. One thing I gotta say, excuse me, but one thing I gotta say, we do appreciate your time in New York. Had us lit for a while, but I gotta disagree with Melo, man. See, the thing about that is, Carmelo's 28 is gonna take away from somebody else, and the Knicks are developing players. Look at the bench. Y'all guys gotta understand that. They're not going to have players on the island that much. The Knicks moved the ball. That was part of the successful season that they had, guys. The Knicks had moved that basketball. They're not playing island ball no more. So Carmelo will definitely score his 28, maybe even more. But the problem is, are we going to win games that way? You feel me? Carmelo basketball, he's bully ball, but he holds the ball too much. And that's always been Carmelo Anthony's problem. All right? So while his assist is all the way down here, his points is all the way up here. So I'm not going to deny Carmelo Anthony's a scorer and that he wouldn't average the 28, but that 28 is going to be coming on the expense of some of our new guys. And I'm glad the way the Knicks are thinking now. We have to develop our new players, our younger players. Hold on. Went out. But definitely, man. I mean, I saw that and I was like, damn, we're going to have to drop that one on the podcast. But I'm not bashing Melo in no way. But what I am going to say is that it just wouldn't work, man. It wouldn't work. And I want to hear from you guys because what we're doing, guys, like I said, I know you guys see me. I'm doing the THC. But check this out, guys. This is a podcast. We talk about any and everything we want. So any topic you guys want to talk about, y'all let me know. And in the meantime, I'll just be picking different topics, all right? But one thing we're going to do is stay out of politics. We are not entering that realm. You understand me? Carmelo Anthony, man, I have to seriously disagree with you. I seriously do, man. And I want to hear from you guys. So y'all guys leave some comments. We'll do this live in a couple of days. Bring it back. Part 2, episode 2. But I need to hear from you guys. Let me know what y'all think about what Carmelo Anthony said. I'm signing out right now, y'all. I'll be back with another podcast real soon. Peace.